All rise. Support court with Judge Vanda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1016, Mercy case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You may be seated. Okay, is it Miss or Mrs.?
Miss.
Miss Mercy.
The judge leans forward, adjusting their glasses as they say, "Miss Mercy, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?" Mercy, a young mother visibly exhausted from single parenthood, responds with frustration in her voice. "My baby daddy isn't doing his part, taking care of our twins. It's been 2 years of me struggling alone, trying to maintain my career." The courtroom falls silent as she describes raising Rose and Royce by herself. When the judge asks about the unusual names, Mercy explains she chose Royce for her daughter because she just looked like a Royce, prompting a rare smile from the bench. The scene establishes Mercy as overwhelmed but determined, setting up her quest for justice against an absent father.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, so my baby daddy is just not doing his part, taking care of our twins. It's been 2 years, and it's just getting really hard doing it by myself and trying to maintain my career and everything as well.
You said twins. Are these boys, girls?
A boy and a girl, Rose and Royce.
Okay, like the car?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the boy's name?
He's Rose.
Rose, okay. Let's make sure I get it. And Royce is the girl. Okay. Royce is actually a cute name for a girl.
I like it.
Never thought about that.
When I looked at her, she just looked like a Royce to me.
Okay, all right. All right. All right, so he's not contributing, he's not involved. Tell me the backstory, like how did the two of you get together?
Yeah, so I was actually at an after party for a concert, and he was a performing artist, and you know, a couple drinks, and you know, I became more social and decided to go express my flirtations on him, and then you know, one thing led to the next.
Okay, keep going.
Got
Lead
two
with that.
beautiful kids. He's a rapper, a local rapper though.
Let's talk about this father. The judge says, pen poised over paperwork. Mercy reveals he's a local rapper still building his career, but her hesitation speaks volumes when mentioning his side hustle. The judge's eyebrows shoot up at the mention of bulk baking soda purchases. So he's a baker? The judge asks with deliberate irony, making the court reporter stifle a laugh. Mercy doubles down. He's pretty popular around the community, imply what everyone suspects but can't legally acknowledge. This moment reveals the father's shadowy income streams while showcasing the judge's clever handling of unspoken truths in a courtroom setting.
So he's still building his career. He also does like some hustling on the side as well. So
Okay.
I want a piece of that as well because he makes a good living doing that.
All right, when you say hustling, like that could be anything. Does he cut hair?
Well, I Googled a few things of like kind of what he does. So he goes to the grocery store and purchases like a lot of the same type of items. Typically like there's a lot of baking soda involved.
Okay.
And
So he's a baker.
I would say so, yeah, he bakes.
Okay.
He's pretty popular around the community too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he's active in the community. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Is this a
His pastries
nonprofit?
are like off the shelf. He's always selling out of his pastries. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Continue.
Yeah. So he's disrespectful, first of all, because I saw him a couple weeks ago with another chick up the block, and he's not even taking care of his kids, but he has time to wine and dine her and all of this. And all I'm asking is that he just does his part for Rose and Royce.
All right. Does he have any other children?
The atmosphere shifts when the judge asks, does he have other children? Mercy's face hardens as she admits there are 3 more, 2 older, 1 younger, that she only discovered after having the twins. So 5 children total. The judge summarizes, making a note that will crucially impact support calculations. The camera might zoom in on Mercy's white-knuckle grip on her chair as she adds, I found out about them after fact, exposing the father's pattern of deception. This bombshell reshapes the case, showing the father's parental negligence extends beyond just Mercy's twins.
outside of Rose and Royce?
He does.
Okay, how many other
I
children?
found out about them after the fact, but he does.
Okay, and how old are Rose and Royce? I don't think I asked
They're
you that.
2 years old.
2, all right. And these other children, are they older, younger?
Both. He's got 2 older and 1 younger.
2 older, 1 younger. So a total of 3 outside of Rose and Royce.
Correct.
Okay. When was the last time you seen him?
Oh, I saw him a couple weeks ago when he was with old girl.
Okay. Did you have him served at that time? Because I do see a return here where he was served.
He was served a week prior to that.
Okay, all right. Did you all discuss anything about whether or not he was coming to court? I mean, not that you had to, but
I mean,
did
when
you?
I saw them, I tried to approach them, but it didn't, we didn't really get to discuss much about the court case.
When you approached them, what?
When was the last time you saw him? The judge asks. Mercy's posture straightens as she describes spotting him with another woman weeks earlier. She had a cute little Telfar bag, Mercy recalls, her voice dripping with faux sweetness. The judge interrupts. Wait, you said little bag? Immediately recognizing the subtle shade. Mercy insists she meant the actual little size, not a dig, but the judge isn't fooled. Adding little could come off petty. This exchange reveals Mercy's own drama-loving nature, while providing comic relief before the legal hammer drops.
What did they look like?
I mean, it wasn't anything bad. I just saw them out, so I walked up to them. I saw the girl sitting there, and she had a cute little bag, so I commented on her bag. And then she took it as a petty remark. So we got
Were
into
you being petty?
The bag was cute. It was a Telfar bag.
The camera pans the conspicuously empty defendant's chair as the judge dryly observes. He didn't even bother to show up today. Court documents prove he was properly served, making his absence a deliberate snub. The judge's tone turns stern. He knows he was supposed to be here. This moment underscores a father's disrespect for the court and his children, while allowing Mercy to position herself as a responsible parent. The empty chair becomes a powerful visual metaphor throughout the remainder of the proceedings.
What did you say?
I was like, oh, this little bag is cute.
Oh, you put little in there.
It was the little, they have 3 different sizes, so it was actually the little bag.
Oh, okay. Because adding little in front of something could come off as petty.
But if she had the medium bag, I would have probably said, oh, this medium bag is cute.
Okay. Continue with the story.
So yeah, she didn't like what I had to say, so we got into a heated argument. So needless to say, I didn't even really get to have a conversation with my baby daddy, so I'm not sure why he's not here, but I do know that he got the papers.
Okay. All right. So did you want me to look at that?
Yes.
What you did on the Google search?
Yes, please. I've already got it opened up to the page.
Thank you. Okay. It's a lot in here. And I appreciate you being prepared and you have it all tabbed and everything for me. Oh, okay. It's quite a bit in here. So, baking, we'll just say baking. How much do you think he makes on a monthly basis?
I would love to find out because I keep hearing different answers, and according to him, he's always broke. According to him, he doesn't break even. He's always owing money, and but I know that to be a lie because he's wine and dining this woman. So I would maybe suspect upwards.
In what amounts? Because all you provided me were things that you pulled off of Google. It's not necessarily anything scholarly, not anything that is grounded in fact or even law. It's just things you pulled off Google, and I see there's some pictures from an Instagram page.
So I would assume about $20K weekly is what he brings in.
All right.
Just based on, all of the stunting on the gram.
Okay. So he's one of those. He's on social media. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, here's the thing. You said he makes about how much from his regular job?
$60K.
$60K. All right. So here's the thing. Yes, yes, in some circumstances, you can order that people pay child support based on what you believe is what they're making. However, the issue here is that you're basing it on an assumption. And I can't make someone pay child support based on an assumption.
Even if his caption says, like, how much money he's got?
Well, and here's the thing about these captions, and that's why I said, is he one of those? Because people stunt and put certain things on social media. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what it is. Like he said here, just made 5 bands.
Mercy slaps down printed Instagram posts where the father boasts about making 5 bands. The judge examines them with visible skepticism. People stunt on social media. One caption doesn't prove consistent income. When Mercy insists he's always whining and dining women, the judge counters, I can't order payments based on assumptions, delivering a reality check about the limits of social media evidence. The scene highlights the generational clash between Mercy's digital native perspective and the court's demand for paper trails.
Like, what is that? Is that a random one-time thing? Is that something that he's doing weekly? Like, you really can't tell just by looking at these posts. It just says it for that one caption. Does that make sense? Like, if you had something to show me that was more concrete on a consistent basis, maybe.
Even though they're date stamped? Because it's like, I mean, every 3 or 4 days he's making posts like that.
I see what you're saying. However, it's not very concrete to just say that that's what he's doing all the time. It's clear that he has a lot going on.
Except taking care of these kids.
Well, I didn't say that. Those are your words. It's clear he has a lot going on, but that one caption is the only one that I'm seeing that says any mention of an actual dollar amount.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, he was served to be here today. So he knows he was supposed to be here. So we can go ahead and place him on child support to ensure that you do start receiving some child support for the children.
Okay.
But the additional amount, we can't do that unless you come back and say, you know, he's making this much more, and you actually get something a little bit more concrete.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense? Health insurance, who carries the children on health insurance?
I do.
Okay, how much is your health insurance?
$150.
Is that for both children or just,
For both.
are you included in that?
No.
Okay, $150, all right. And you said he has 5 children total.
Correct.
All right, so we're gonna base that off of 15%. Do you know if he has access to private health insurance?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, if he does, the reason I ask, because if he does, then he can decide after he gets this paperwork today that he wants to come back to court and show the court proof of
he
his
ain't
actual
doing all that.
income,
Yeah.
proof of health insurance, and try to get it cheaper.
Yeah, he's not doing all that.
He might.
He didn't even bother to show up today.
Well, he didn't. I mean, obviously, I'm looking at an empty chair, but you'll be surprised. Some people do come back, especially when you start speaking about money. Okay? So, giving him credit for the other 3 children that he has, his child support would be based on 15% of his income. You understand what I mean by that?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you have any questions about that? Is that a no?
Just maybe what the dollar amount is.
Okay. Oh, I was getting to that.
Oh, okay.
I was getting to that. Okay. So, based on 15% of his gross income, based on $60,000 a year, is $5,000. His net is $4,120.17. 15% of that would be $618, plus the $150 reimbursement.
Pulling up official guidelines, the judge explains, we'll base this on his reported $60,000 income. The calculator clicks audibly as they deduct for his 3 other children. 15% of $4,120 net monthly is $618. The judge declares, adding the $150 insurance reimbursement Mercy pays. The courtroom holds its breath as the final number lands. $768 total monthly for both children. The camera catches Mercy's stunned face. This is far below the $20,000 per month she imagined he could pay.
Brings it to $768 per month. And that's for both kids.
But that's for both kids. Mercy stammers, her voice cracking. The judge remains firm. Unless you bring concrete proof, he earns more. The gavel echoes as Mercy realizes her viral revenge fantasy, exposing his drug money to seize massive payments, has collapsed into mundane bureaucracy. This quiet moment captures a harsh truth that family court deals in verifiable facts, not Instagram smoke and mirrors.
Okay.
Why did you look like that? You look like you
that
went
was
down.
for each kid.
No, it's
okay.
based on his income. Each kid would well exceed
I'm gonna
what
find
it
out
is.
the rest of his income because I know.
Well, I mean, if you find it out and you bring something in here, it's credible, it's something that I can actually quantify. Like if you bring in receipts of, when I say receipts, I'm talking about the things that you brought in already on Instagram, and it's showing something consistent, like I'm making $5,000 every 2 weeks. Well, we can quantify that, right?
Okay.
That's $10,000 a month. So you multiply that over a course of a year. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Something a little bit more concrete.
Leaning forward with a mix of sternness and sympathy, the judge advises, bring me receipts, actual bank statements, pay stubs. The word receipts hangs in the air as both literal documentation and metaphorical comeuppance. The judge knows Mercy wants dramatic justice, but emphasizes only paper evidence can reopen the case. It's a masterclass in managing unrealistic expectations while leaving the door cracked for legitimate appeals.
So, do you have any questions about anything?
No.
Okay. All right. If there's nothing further, then you're dismissed.
Thank you.
With a final, you're dismissed, the judge concludes the anticlimactic hearing. No fireworks, no Perry Mason moment, just a $768 monthly order against an absent defendant. The camera lingers on Mercy gathering her exhibits, the Instagram printouts now useless. As she exits, the lesson resonates. Viral drama doesn't translate to courtroom wins. The real karma isn't a spectacular takedown, but the slow grind of legal process.